What's going on, guys? We are in for something a little bit different here. Now, at first, you may think, well, what's the big deal about this? You know, you're talking about Overwatch once again. Well, this time, I am actually going to be defending Overwatch. Now, you guys know, if you've been watching my channel for a while, I have a very special relationship with this game, to put it lightly. Like, the community absolutely hates me at this point, which I really don't care. Like, honestly, get over yourself. I don't have to like the same game as you, but you know what? We're gonna defend the game here today from some true big-brained activity coming from none other than my favorite website for gaming news, that of course being Kotaku. Now, the title of this article we're gonna be taking a look at today is How an Overwatch Skin Left Some of D.Va's Biggest Fans Feeling Betrayed. Now, myself, I consider myself one of D.Va's biggest fans too, okay? You know, I just really can't get enough of taking a look from behind, bro. I'm not gonna lie. You know, when I die in Overwatch, when she's out of her mech and, you know, she lands face down on the floor, I'm not really too salty in all honesty, but you know what? That's beside the point, because this article is absolutely retarded, dude. Like, there's no other way to put it. This guy, or whatever it is at Kotaku, who even knows at this point? You know, this person... I hope that's not offensive, but anyway, this person thinks somehow that fucking D.Va in Overwatch is somehow sexist, racist, and is somehow betraying feminism. Like, I really just don't even get this, dude. Like, somehow a first-person shooter is racist, sexist, and is betraying feminism because of a certain skin in the game, which is apparently offensive, dude. Like, oh my god, a first-person shooter is betraying feminism. You really just can't make this stuff up, man. Like, 2020 is off to a fantastic start already, but whatever you're doing, sit back, relax, and prepare yourself, because we are about to dive balls deep into D.Va. God, I fucking wish. Let me put on my dramatic reading voice. Overwatch hero D.Va has been considered a symbol of empowerment by a lot of feminists in the Korean Overwatch community, representing how women could be lauded for their talent instead of their looks. Long before May graced protest memes for Hong Kong, a group called Famers, then called National D.Va Association, attended rallies and protests for various political causes, holding a banner donned with the mech pilot's trademark smirking bunny face. Since then, however, some alternate cosmetics that Overwatch Studio Blizzard introduced for D.Va caused some of her biggest fans to say the company was taking a step backwards. Yeah, it wasn't the skin-tight bodysuit that literally hugged her ass cheeks like a fresh coat of paint. It wasn't the fact that you could see every single detail of her body. A very nice body at that. But anyway, yeah, the skirt. Yeah, that's just taking it too far, man. Like, we cannot have that type of stuff in video games. Like, at least with the bodysuit, it didn't leave anything to the imagination, okay? With the skirt, it just adds another dimension to it, because you're just sitting there wondering, what is it like underneath? And it really leaves a lot to the imagination, which I'm not trying to brag or anything, but I've got one hell of an imagination. Much of this came to a head this past spring, when the head of Overwatch game development, Jeff Kaplan, teased a new skin coming in the game's upcoming anniversary event, Break the Internet. The cosmetic that was eventually revealed was Academy D.Va, according to the designers, a representation of her high school days as a Korean esports prodigy. It features her in a school uniform with the skirt and jacket, and along with her stylized mech, looks like a nod towards a Japanese mecha anime. The outfit upset some female Korean fans, as had the Black Cat skin released the year prior, due to the sexualized cultural context of both. The Academy skin, some of those fans said, fed into sexism towards Korean women, particularly teens, and disrespected the experiences of a portion of their Korean fan base. When I see the Black Cat skin, or the Academy skin, I do wonder if they really understand Korea. A Korean Overwatch fan and Famers member named Anna told Kotaku, I can't erase the feeling that they're projecting male sexual desire onto this Asian woman figure under the ruse of representing Korea.
I wrote a blog post a while ago about why I f***ing hate video games, because this is what it does. It appeals to, like, the male fantasy.
On social media, Korean women expressed similar disappointment and anger towards the skin, talking about how it mirrored the uncomfortableness of Korean school uniforms, or that she was fulfilling a tsundere class president anime trope for men. Tsundere is a type of archetype in anime and manga that describes a cold or hostile character who gradually warms up over time. Like, what the actual fuck is this? Like, no one could tell me that you play fucking Overwatch, you see that skin, and you're like, yeah, D.Va's definitely a tsundere. Like, what? This sounds sounds like some fetish shit or something. I have no idea, dude. But you notice it says like Korean women expressed similar disappointment, yet no examples of that whatsoever. So it was probably one dude that was claiming to be a fucking female on Twitter that was acting outraged, as we typically see with shit like this. But anyway, let's keep going on. On the Blizzard forums, a Korean player going by the name of Egg, he wrote that the outfit played into the quote school uniform fetishism. Putting D.Va in a high school uniform is seen as a provocative move that makes her appear younger. Well, I mean, it's her high school uniform. So, you know, she was younger when she wore it. So I don't fucking know, dude. You know, call me a fucking scientist or something. But typically, you know, she's 19 in the game. She would have been like 18 in high school. So, yeah, you're not really going to look that different. So I have no fucking clue. But anyway, let's keep going on. Criticisms of D.Va's skin, as well as those from other characters since Overwatch's 2016 launch, represent the friction that the game has between its fans and the cultures from which they borrow. Overwatch presents the fantasy of a global village from an overwhelmingly white and Western vantage point, full of stereotypes, jokes, and reductions. From much of the Western fan base, and perhaps to the developers themselves, a skim might seem innocuous. But the Overwatch team has routinely made poor choices that their cosmetics that range from a tonal Bridgette's Riot Police skin to straight up offensive Pharah skins that is a mishmash of tribal designs. D.Va skins, which have alienated some of the character's biggest fans, add to that pile of problems. They demonstrate a lack of research or sensitivity to the cultures and concepts they're bringing to life. Unfortunately, as recent events have shown, Blizzard as a company seems to lack any awareness, generally speaking, when it comes to sensitivity to all segments of their audience. Well, I mean, no one actually gives a shit about this in all honesty. Like, you've named two people, some motherfucker named Anna in the D.Va fan club, and some little motherfucker on the Blizzard forums who goes by the name of fucking Egg. Yeah, apparently this is some big fucking deal. You know, two people are upset. So, you know, we just got to remove these skins from the game altogether. I mean, that's the only thing we can do at this point. It's not like the skins sell a shit ton and Blizzard, you know, rakes in the cash from people obviously buying skins that, you know, they want to get, because if the skins weren't selling, they wouldn't make them. But anyway, let's keep going on. Anna, speaking on behalf of Famers, said that D.Va's existence was meaningful to the feminist Korean group. D.Va's persona is brash, confident. It also represents technical skill. And gaming? I would not consider gaming a technical skill, but anyway. And in military operations, the character being based around accomplishments rather than looks. Yeah, the skin type bodysuit's definitely not based around looks, 100%. That's why she's not a 400-pound fucking land whale. Was a fictional representation of a future South Korea they hope to build in real life, given that the country has systematic problems with misogyny and the degradation of women. It seemed that Blizzard agreed. In a speech about Overwatch's appeal in early 2017, lead designer Jeff Kaplan mentioned Famers as a part of his presentation about Overwatch's design. It's fascinating to see the values of the Overwatch team now being embraced and owned by the community in their own sort of positive way. It should be noted, however, that part of the examination of Famers' work in his presentation was still conducted in the idea that the Overwatch team is not political and the game does not aspire to be political. Well, in all honesty, I wouldn't really say Overwatch is a political game. Sure, they have all the gay characters and shit, but in all honesty, I don't really think that's political. It's more of just a fucking cash grab. But anyway, moving on here. While the group took this to be a positive endorsement, releasing Academy D.Va 2 years later felt like a betrayal. We feel talking about us at DICE Summit is a total deception, Anna said. Many female gamers who heard about the announcement in 2017 also feel the same. Recently on social media, someone said Overwatch had positively talked about us, so releasing sexualized skins is so ridiculous. Yeah, the fucking skin tight body paint bodysuit is not sexual whatsoever. It's the fucking skirt that like crossed the line. I have no clue, dude. I really cannot make this shit up. For her and Famers, D.Va dressing in a school uniform wasn't simply a homage to her high school esports days, as Blizzard had put it. It brought to mind the fraught function school uniforms have in Korean society. Female teenagers are obligated to wear their school uniform when in school. They have to wear it, even though they don't want to. That's why it's called a fucking uniform. Do you think guys want to wear ties and a fucking coat when they have to wear a uniform? No fucking thank you. Nevertheless, school uniforms have always been sexualized in Korea. Well, that sounds like a personal problem problem, not a US company Blizzard's problem. She noted that sex shops in Korea sell costume versions of uniforms, that men make jokes about sleeping with underage girls, and that the abuse and harassment of children in school is widespread. Yeah, there's just one difference here. We're talking about fucking Overwatch, a first-person shooter, and real life. Not everything is real life, people. Like, honestly, a video game is not real life, as much as you would like to think so. In fact, a social media hashtag #SchoolMeToo, has been used in South Korea since 2018 to raise awareness of sexual harassment against kids in school. I mean, that's great, but it has absolutely nothing to do with Overwatch. Western video game companies, indicative of our culture at large, have a love affair with Asian women. Putting adult Asian women characters in schoolgirl uniforms contributes to the radicalized sexualization, waifus real women face, and the infantilization that comes with it. Jesus fuck, dude. They're bringing in waifus into this. What the fuck even is this article, man? I think they're collecting all the sexual fetishes for Asian women onto D.Va since Overwatch doesn't have a female Japanese hero, Anna said. Also, considering how Asian women have been treated as eye candy in the West as a result of both misogyny and racism, D.Va's skin is an amalgam of problems. D.Va is the only character who has a schoolgirl uniform cosmetic at this point, and is the youngest female East Asian in the game. Well, maybe that's why she has a fucking school uniform, because she's the only one who's not in her mid-40s. It also contributes to conflating all women from one Southeast Asian country with another. Women I spoke to mentioned that it felt like developers do not understand that South Korea is not Japan. Holy shit, you mean South Korea is not Japan? I would have never known. When it comes to D.Va, as she's presented through her academy skin as a generic cute Asian girl, when D.Va was announced, an apparent joke by Blizzard led fans to assume that she was a StarCraft 2 pro that felt more uniquely Korean, as StarCraft is huge in that country. The game's lead writer clarified that she was actually a top player in an in-universe mech fighter game that matched more closely with her character design and was alluded to in the Busan map releasing in 2018. Now, this is the same map, keep in mind, that they tried to claim that D.Va was a lesbian because her fucking beanbag chair was next to another female's. No, I'm not making that up, man. Like, 100%. Like, this was Kotaku, too, so they just have a great track record. While mech robots are not solely the province of Japan, they are more associated with that country than with Korea. I didn't fucking know that mech robots were an actual thing, which contributes to a reaction among some fans that D.Va is being presented as a stand-in for Asian women from multiple countries. The fact that many Western creators do not look to the long legacy of Japanese media when including mechs in their own work. Arnold Sang, lead character concept artist for Overwatch, has even been attributed to using mech anime and manga as visual inspiration for the character. Oh my god, how fucking could he? It doesn't help that in Blizzard's MOBA, Heroes of the Storm, she was given a cosmetic skin that looks similar to a mech pilot's from the anime series Neon Genesis Evangelion, and after aforementioned black cat skin in Overwatch, a cat girl by the way of Lolita Goth cosmetic. Is that an actual thing? Like, what in the actual fuck, dude? She got it last year in a big content drop. Is also similarly confounding. Cat girls and Lolita Goth fashion are primarily from Japanese culture. Well, the more you know, man. I didn't know that fucking Lolita Goth fashion was an actual thing, and I didn't know cat girls were real, but you know what? What do I know at this point, man? While this could be explained as purely plastering a Korean character with Japanese signifiers, the sexualization many fans have mentioned rests quite a bit on the Japanese aspects. Both Famers and Egg's concerns with Japanese culture being imported via D.Va is what undergirds some of the feelings that it is misogynistic. That's right. If Egg thinks it's fucking misogynistic, it must be. A lot of Korean feminists, yeah, they're not going to name any, view Japanese culture and how those women are portrayed as deeply sexist as well. When I see the black cat skin or the academy skin, I do wonder if they really understand Korea, Anna said. No, they understand how to make money. They don't give a shit about Korea. It's unclear if these decisions from the development team are intentional or driven by carelessness. No, they're driven by money. That's all they care about. They know people want the Catgirl skin, and they're gonna pay out the ass to get it. Surely they knew how some people would react to the studio putting a cute 19-year-old female esports star in a school uniform. Yeah, they knew people would want to buy that particular skin and would open loot boxes to try and get it. Like, they don't give a fuck about the sexual aspect outside of the fact that sex sells, like it or not. Blizzard is aware of what the community does with their work. D.Va is frequently one of the most used female heroes in Overwatch porn, thank God. Especially those that use edited 3D models. Adding a cosmetic that is heavily sexualized in both Korea and elsewhere only adds to the adult content that relies heavily on the idea of featuring a young-looking girl. Well, I mean, I think the skin-tight bodysuit's a little more sexual than that schoolgirl outfit, dude. Like, I really just don't see how they're missing that point. Like, the fucking skirt is like 50 times more tame than what she came in default when the game launched. I really just don't fucking get this, dude. Some Overwatch porn even features the Academy skin or skimpier schoolgirl outfits. However, porn aside, there are other specific concerns to female Korean Overwatch players and how D.Va is presented in the game. Male gamers in South Korea are similar to many male gamers here in the United States, feeding off an already misogynistic culture and applying that to the games they play. A lot of this matters because it's part of a bigger issue with the misogynistic ways female characters and players are often treated in gaming here and especially in South Korea. Representative of this, there are several extremely sexist slang terms that exist in the Overwatch community, including one that combines cunt and mercy, as well as one that implies sexual harassment. When a player waylays a D.Va player from getting back into their mech. Oh my god, people are talking shit while playing video games. What fucking year is this? It would be easy for some people to label all the people upset with a particular D.Va skin as angry feminists, and, well, you would be correct, but given South Korean culture and how Korean women are treated, it's just another lack of consideration for people who considered themselves, until very recently, to be some of Overwatch's biggest fans. As a woman, and a feminist myself, yeah, big surprise, you work for Kotaku, I understand the hopelessness that players like Egg, or groups like Famers felt when they first started playing the game, only to have the company wear down their expectations with gaff after gaff. Well, you know, Overwatch is not a political game, believe it or not. Like, they've done some political shit with it, but overall, the purpose of the game is not to make a fucking political statement, it's to make money. And if they feel like skins are gonna make money, they don't really give a fuck about what some random ass group in South Korea thinks, or what some little motherfucker on an Overwatch forum by the name of Egg thinks. Still, even after expressing so much disappointment, everyone I spoke to still played the game or felt hopeful that the Overwatch team has done right by female characters in the past and could continue to do so in the future. So there you go. They can't even speak with their own wallet. They're bitching about something and yet they still play the fucking game, sending a great message there. Famers felt that something like the Officer D.Va skin was a good example of properly representing Korean culture as well as making her cute instead of weirdly sexual. That skin, introduced in May of 2017, was accurate versus being closer to a quote sexy cop outfit. When they said it would be a policewoman skin, we assumed it would of course be sexually objectifying and feature an obsolete police officer skirt, Anna said. But we were moved that they dressed her like an actual Korean police officer. Oh my god. Thank god she wasn't wearing a skirt. I really don't get what the fucking problem is with skirts with these people. Like in South Korea, is wearing a skirt fucking illegal or something? When asked about what they would design for a D.Va skin in the future, both Egg and Anna expressed that D.Va could show off her pride for being in Mecha, the army of which D.Va is a part. Anna revealed that the group wants designs that showcase D.Va as being active and fierce, while also showing something new. Since D.Va is a soldier, we were also hoping for the Korean military uniform skin, like in the animated short Shooting Star. Egg concurred. It's rare to see a design in video games for women that is occupational, except the fucking police officer skin you just talked about. Egg also had aspirations for D.Va that were more personal. Now we're getting into the spicy shit. I would like to see her in an outfit like a Korean military uniform, because Captain Marvel in an Air Force uniform stole my heart. Jesus Christ, this guy's got a uniform fetish. Whatever the Overwatch team decides to do in the future, some of D.Va's biggest and most passionate supporters in their audience should be considered when looking to design design more cosmetics. If this was an isolated incident rather than a repeated series of mistakes, it could be more easily overlooked. Well, I think 99.99999 fucking percent of the entire player base overlooked this shit. You know, nobody actually gives a fuck, but it has been a problem since the game began, and Blizzard has not seen fit to do better by the people and cultures it wants to play within their game. Blizzard has the resources to do the research and consulting if they pride themselves on seeing a game as an optimistic but apolitical global future. Then they should do more to do right by those they use as an advertisement for their game's diversity, and be cognizant of what politics they're going to engage in doing so. Like, what the fuck? You just said it's apolitical and now they have to fucking worry about politics? Shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ. Then it goes on to give us a note about the author. Nico Deo is a feminist media critic and gamer who lives in the Midwest. Her site is ciderandlemonade.com and can be found on Twitter at Apple Cider Witch. Jesus fuck, dude. Thank God. Then it shows the recommended stories, and that's that fucking D.Va one where it talks about her beanbag chair and her being a lesbian because she sits next to her friend. Like, Jesus. But anyway, guys, I hope you did enjoy this video. You know, I just unminimized my fucking audio recording, and this shit's 30-something minutes long, dude. Now, obviously, the video is not going to be that long because in the process of reading through this novel of an article, I made several mistakes and had to repeat certain parts of it. So, you know, it's probably going to be like 20 or so minutes long. I'm not entirely sure, but it is going to be a beast and a half to edit, and it's like 1 a.m. in the morning. So, you know, it's going to be another late night, but anyway, I'm enjoying making these videos daily. I hope you guys are enjoying them as well. I've just kind of gotten into the rhythm of daily uploads again, and it feels good. I feel like I'm actually doing something. Also, 2 links will be in the description. First, to my Discord server, or you can just type in discord.gg/Griffin, and there is a video suggestions channel in there. If you have any topics that you'd like me to take a look at to make a video on, definitely go and post them there, or you can just join and chat with me. Like, I'm always in Discord, so I'm very active in there. And also, I'm going to link my second channel as well in the description. Make sure to go subscribe to that and turn on post notifications. I already have 1 video uploaded on there, and I plan on uploading on that channel at least once a week, and it's going to be mainly like off-topic things, so not necessarily gaming related stuff, mainly like story times, just random topics, maybe roasting random people online. I have no idea. I just kind of want to broaden my scope of videos I'm making and take a break from gaming every once in a while, because believe it or not, gaming gets extremely boring to talk about sometimes. But anyway, that's enough of me. Hope you guys all are having a fantastic day. I want to thank you all so much, as always, for taking the time out of your day to check out this video and for all the recent support as well. It is greatly appreciated, and I will catch you guys next time.
Yeah, my life is lovely now. I'm focused on